Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host, Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Kevin Mako. Kevin is an investor, speaker, and podcast host. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Kevin Mako. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you. Very happy to be on the show.
Kevin, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
You know what? I was an inventor with an idea back in high school in 1999, and it was almost impossible to get a physical product, an invention idea from sketch to production. And that's the business that I started anyway. I actually haven't changed since then. I've been doing that business since I was in high school, then in university, then full-time after 2 university programs. Have grown it completely organically from scratch. No investors, no debt, no financing, to a 30-person team across 4 offices across North America now. All we do is world-class hardware product development for product startups.
Wonderful. Salute you for that. That makes sense. So easy, crisp, clear. So, what are the top 3 mistakes to avoid to grow your business?
So in terms of top 3 mistakes, and especially if we're talking hardware, but it's very relevant to anybody, whether it's software or services-based company, first and foremost, keep your product offering, your service offering very, very niche in the beginning. A very targeted.
I apologize to stop. My question is, what are the top 3 mistakes to avoid?
Right.
Not what to do, what not
Right.
to do.
What to avoid. Okay.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay. So the first mistake, by far the biggest mistake, is creating a product or a service offering that has too many features or that's too broad or too wide ranging. Keep it niche. Number 2, procrastination. Procrastination is the killer of all great startups. So those who are hustling will win. And number 3, follow something that you understand and are personally passionate about. Therefore, don't get into something that you really don't understand or that you're really not interested in.
Oh, wonderful. What is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
You know, my greatest, I think that's a tough one. I have a few that I've thought about over the days for failure. There's quite a few, but I would say that my biggest failure in the beginning was not focusing on a high caliber team. So I could only afford, the cheapest designer that I could when I came out of school. And obviously that's all I could afford. And it worked in the end, but it took me a lot longer to succeed than if I had to flip that upside down and do what we do now, which is hire the best of the best and then figure out how to make that work.
Yeah, oh my God, that's it. Pure gold. Kevin, thank you so much. What are your top 3 success secrets that others can model from? Before you answer this one, don't be stingy. Give us your best ones, okay?
I like that. Top 3 secrets. Number 1, get up early, anywhere between 5 and 6 a.m. in the morning, and start working on I guess this could be tip number 2, start working on the highest priority item first, which leads to number 3. If you're passionate about it, it will naturally push you to work on your most important things early in the day to get them done before everyone else starts working that day.
Kevin, do I have permission to ask a follow-up question? How you identify the highest priority item to finish it in the early day? What's the process to identify that?
Warren Buffett has a great process for prioritization. He says, take your top 25 life goals, figure out what your 5 most important ones are for accomplishing what you want to do. And then the other 20 are your do not touch list. You avoid them. And that will allow you to focus on your top 5.
Wonderful. We are about to start a lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer, 10 to 15 seconds each answer. Are you ready? Kevin? I lost you. Okay, we lost the guest. Hopefully, he comes back soon. And once he comes back, we will start it where we left off. Otherwise, we will happy to reschedule this interview. That's okay. It happens. Technology stuff. In the meantime, you are welcome to ask me any question if you like to. We were about to get into lightning round. Looks like a lightning strike somewhere. And I'm going to make a phone call to him to make sure he's coming.
Hello. Sorry, I can't hear you. I don't know what.
We are live now, so that it's okay. You are welcome back. And are you ready for the lightning round?
Yes.
Okay. What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful for health. Number one.
How young are you?
36 years young.
36?
That's it.
You are not 36. You are 18 years old with 18 years experience.
I like that.
What you want to do when you grow up?
I do what I'm doing right now.
How do you overcome a challenge that life throws at you?
Keep positive.
How do you start your day?
Reading.
What's the advice you would give to younger yourself?
I would say for my younger self, just focus on your big goals earlier than later.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
This is a good one. My wife works with me, so you really have to convince them that it's worth it at that point.
What is the impactful book you have read and what did you learn from it? I want you to show that book, please.
You want me to pull it out?
Please. Yeah, important. Yeah.
You seen this one? Grant Cardone, The 10X Rule. This is a great book for my tip number 2 from earlier, which is don't procrastinate and hustle, and you will get the results that you want.
Mm-hmm. Why being impactful is important to you?
It's the meaning of life, right? What service are you giving back to the world?
Who is your mentor and what is the impact?
One of my favorite mentors is John Rothschild of Eastside Marriott's, big restaurant chain. And one of his best tips recently during the pandemic was don't worry about changing the world. Just hold the course and your time will come when things come back.
What you want to be remembered for?
Changing the world through hardware products.
Who is your ideal client?
Startups. The small folks.
How can we support you?
Just check out the podcast, the Product Startup Podcast, link below.
Yeah, macodesign.com/podcast. Why someone should be listening to your podcast?
So this is all related to hardware. If you have an invention idea, you're interested in products, All we talk about is how to get hardware products from that idea in your head through to store shelves.
Hmm. Who are your ideal guest on podcast?
So we have two types of guests: those who are very senior kind of industry positions, and those who have been very highly successful product startups themselves and inventors.
We are about to wrap up, and I'd like to ask a few words about your today's guest experience on the show. What would you say about your guest experience on the show?
You know what? It's different than most shows because it's rapid, it's fast, it's engaging, it's good questions. So I like it. I like it a lot.
What would you say as a final word?
Thank you for having me on the show.
The person who's watching, what would you say to that person?
Oh, don't forget to just keep pushing after your dreams and don't procrastinate, and they do come true.
Thank you so much, Kevin, for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.